Title: Interest Rate Intrigue, Powell hits the Congressional Catwalk amid Fed fervor. TLDR. Our Fed head honcho, Jerome Powell, is about to kick off a two-day Congress Q&A extravaganza. Folks are scratching their heads after last week's Fed meeting, which hinted at a couple more interest rate hikes this year. Surprise, surprise. Despite the gloomy forecast, the Fed skipped a rate hike for once, leaving everyone in the realm of speculation. So what's next? Buckle up, folks, 'cause this ride's just beginning. Jerome Powell, our beloved Federal Reserve Chair, is gearing up to strut his stuff on the Capitol Hill catwalk, facing 2 days of congressional probing. What's got everyone's knickers in a knot? Well, it's the big question that left the Fed a little flustered last week. How far and fast will they pump up the interest rate? Last week's meeting brought out the Fed's mysterious side, with 18 policy committee members suggesting 2 more interest rate hikes this year, one more than those smarty-pants analysts predicted. And why not? Inflation's a party crasher we're all getting sick of. But here's the plot twist: despite the bleak forecast, the Fed hit the pause button on rate hikes for the first time in 11 meetings since March 2022. Powell had his own poker face during the conference, staying tight-lipped about whether the benchmark rate would see a hike at the July meeting. But the rumor mill's already spinning, with economists eyeing an almost certain rate hike next month. The situation got one economist, Michael Ferrole from JP Morgan, to describe the meeting as hawkish and peculiar. You said it, Mike. Hawks and doves are having a field day in this monetary policy ecosystem, and it seems like the hawks, advocating for higher rates to squash inflation, are currently having the upper wing. Powell has been juggling this balancing act, trying to navigate the economy out of inflation's sticky web, without tumbling us into a deep recession. That's no easy task, my friends. And while he's assured us there's a path to dialing inflation back down to 2% without costing jobs, can we expect smooth sailing? The Capitol Hill hearing is likely to be a feast of questions. Republicans might prod Powell about the Fed's snail pace in tackling inflation, while Democrats may push him about whether further hikes could shove us into a recession. The economic seesaw battle continues, folks. Powell claims that conditions to curb inflation are shaping up, but some mixed messages indicate a tricky balancing act between the hawks and doves on the Fed's interest rate setting committee. As we gear up for these congressional hearings, there's another hot topic on the grill: Fed's regulation of banks post 3 large bank failures since March. The banking sector might be feeling the heat of calls for stashing more capital to cover potential loan losses gain momentum. So, are we about to see a financial world rocked by higher interest rates and tougher bank regulations, or will we find ourselves sliding into a harsh recession? Only time and Jerome Powell will tell. As we wait to see how this monetary rollercoaster unfolds, one question hovers in the